my name is Jill Imprezado. Today we're going to be making an appetizer called green chili corn empanadas, Tex-Mex style here in Texas. So it's a combination of poblano chilies, if you're lucky enough to get them. If not, you can use green chilies in a can, chopped. We're using onions, canned corn, 3 or 4 kinds of cheeses. We got our jack cheese, we have sour cream, and of course real Philadelphia cream cheese. And that's what's going to make our sauce so nice and creamy. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start with about 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil. I use olive oil always. Swirl it around the pan a little bit. So I have noticed that in Texas they use a lot of white onion in their cooking. So this is 1 onion chopped, white onion. I also have 2 of the large cans of chopped green chilies. And if you're actually lucky to get the poblanos, you can char them at home and peel the skin off and then chop them. But canned works just fine. So you want to cook these until the onion gets a little translucent. So we're going to add about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Same thing with the pepper. And I also use about a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin. It'll give it a little bit of the Tex-Mex taste. And we also want to add our can of whole sweet corn that's been drained. Look how nice and colorful it is. You got your yellow and your greens. If your family or you like red peppers, you can chop some red peppers in it. So the onions have become a little bit translucent, and we're ready to add our creams to make our sauce. And in this bowl here, I have a 1/2 cup of cream, a 1/2 cup of Philadelphia cream cheese, and a 1/2 cup of sour cream. And this is what's going to make the sauce so nice and creamy. We're going to let this cook down. This is going to make a great sauce. When this gets all done, we also have about 4 ounces of Monterey Jack cheese or your favorite cheddar. I happen to be using pepper jack today. Now you don't want this sauce too thin because you're going to be using it for a filling for your empanadas, so you don't want it all runny. So all of the cheeses have melted down, and this next step we're going to add our Monterey Jack cheese or cheddar, whatever you prefer, for another layer of flavor here. So now this is all set, ready to go. You might want to taste it and see if you want to add a little bit more salt and pepper to it. And we're going to set this off of the stove and let it cool a little bit while we get our puff pastry ready for making our empanadas. Alright, well, we've let this filling cool down a little bit. And now we're going to fill a second batch of puff pastry. And you can buy these at any grocery store in the freezer department. It comes in 2 in a package. So you're going to get about 12 pastries out of each sheet, and we'll be getting about 24. So you're going to roll out your pastry, and you want to be about an 1/8 to a 1/16 inch thin. You might want to add a little bit of flour onto your board so that it doesn't stick. Alright. Now, like I said before, you can use any size. We're using about a 3-inch cookie cutter, and I just am going to cut each out, and then we're going to fill them. And after you've cut all your circles, you can pick up your scraps and re-roll your dough. You can use this for all your turnovers, your fruit turnovers, put chicken pot pie filling in it. This is the kind of dough that it puffs real nice and fluffy. So we have our extra dough we're setting aside. And I have a little bit of cream and water, and I'm just going to kind of dab the edge so that it kind of like glue, so it'll hold it together. So about a teaspoon of filling. You don't want to overfill them because then they're going to pop open. And then we'll get these in the oven. So you're going to gently kind of bring it over, press it down, and then I'm going to take a fork and seal the edges just a little bit better. There you go. There's our first one. Bring it over and press your edges. You can fill these with just about anything. They use this for making Indian samosas, where they'll do potato and curry and peas. All right, we're just finishing up the last one. They're all crimped. And you're going to bake these at 400 degrees for 20 minutes, depending on your oven. They should be golden brown, and they'll be ready to eat when you come out. All right. Okay, the bell just went off. We're going to check these. They look perfect. Oh, look at that. Okay. Oh, look at them. These are our little empanadas. And they are so good with salsa. I'm not sure if it's too hot to try one. I think I'll try one of the ones that came out just a little while ago. This is our favorite chipotle salsa. Let's see how this is. You can taste the green chilies and the cheese and the corn. The pastry is just light and airy. It's so good. It's better than a pie dough would have been. The nice flaky layers. This is really great. Thanks so much. I hope you make these and enjoy them.